on slave ships. Ships, vessels not made for any living thing. 2 million of them died on that Atlantic voyage. Many more survived and came or were brought shackled over to this country. They had to endure a life that few could, and not for decades or for years, but for centuries. And through those centuries, there were many heartbreaks as families were torn apart, children were sent to other plantations. Fathers, mothers separated. The decimation of the Black family. But through that, African Americans survived. They survived. And there was something that would get a white person put in jail for sure, or killed for sure. It was not sleeping with a Black person. It was not killing a Black, white, or Native American person. The one thing that would ensure that a white person either went to jail or was killed was educating an African slave. Educating an African slave. For you see, the African slave was seen as an existential threat. And what the white land owners knew was that the Africans were brilliant. And so the one thing that would certainly get you killed or put in jail was educating the African. But the African American survived through centuries of what is known in history as the most horrific form of slavery. Survived to today, where you have seen yesterday the many accomplishments of our African Americans. Katherine Johnson, my idol, the pioneer who calculated the point where those spaceships would leave space and re-enter Earth's atmosphere. There were many like her, and there were many that came before her. And so the African American has not only survived, but thrived in this difficult time. And as a Delta, there's a poem that I had to learn, and I'm sure my sisters from the AKAs and my brothers from the Kappas also had to learn this poem. The name of the poem is Invictus. Invictus. And it goes like this. Out of the night that covers me, black as the pit from pole to pole, I thank whatever gods may be for my unconquerable soul. In the fell clutch of circumstance, I have not winced nor cried aloud. Under the bludgeonings of chance, my head might be bloody, but it is unbowed. Beyond this place of wrath and tears looms but the horror of the shade. And yet the menace, all the horrible things that have occurred over the years, finds and shall find me unafraid. It matters not how straight the gate, how charged with punishments the scroll. It matters not how much you try to keep me down. I am the master of my fate, and I am the captive So, thank you.